Some of you are sitting here today with your minds trapped in small boxes. You've got dreams, you've got visions, but you've built walls around your own potential. And I'm here to tell you something that might just shake your soul awake. The only limits that exist are the ones you accept. Yes! The only thing holding you back from greatness, from abundance, from living the life God intended for you is the size of your mind. But what if I told you that your mind, right here, right now, can be limitless? That the thoughts you think today, the choices you make today can set your life on fire tomorrow. Yes, you can break free. And I'm about to show you 5 simple yet powerful steps to unlock a mind so limitless it will outthink, outcreate, and out-achieve anything you ever dreamed. Awaken your awareness. Hear me when I say this. You cannot change what you do not see, and you cannot grow in ways that remain hidden in darkness. So many of us live our lives on autopilot, moving from one day to the next, without ever truly understanding the power of our own minds. We are creatures of habit, conditioned by past experiences, by what we've been told is possible, by the limits other people have imposed upon us. But the truth, the unshakable truth, is that your mind is capable of more than you can even imagine. It is vast, it is fertile, it is limitless, and it is waiting for you to wake up to it. Awaken your awareness. That is the first step, the step that separates those who achieve from those who only dream. When you awaken your awareness, you begin to see patterns in your own thinking. You begin to recognize the small, subtle ways in which fear, doubt, and insecurity have held you captive. Maybe it's that voice inside your head that says you're not good enough, smart enough, or worthy enough. Maybe it's the memories of failure that replay over and over like a broken record, convincing you that history will always repeat itself. You see, awareness is not just noticing what is happening outside of you. It is noticing what is happening inside of you. It is shining a light on the thoughts, the beliefs, the attitudes that have been quietly shaping the course of your life. Until you see them, until you name them, you are powerless to change them. But the moment you bring them into the light, you reclaim authority over your own mind. Awareness allows you to take responsibility. When you are awake to your thoughts, your emotions, and your habits, you stop blaming the world for your circumstances. You stop waiting for someone else to hand you a solution, to give you permission, or to remove the obstacles in your path. You understand that the real battlefield, the real challenge is within. The mind can be your prison, but it can also be your liberation. And liberation begins with seeing yourself clearly. You must ask yourself the hard questions. What have I been tolerating? Where have I been settling? What lies have I been believing about who I am and what I can achieve? Awareness is not comfortable. It demands honesty. It forces you to confront the truth about your own limitations and the ways you have allowed them to dictate your life. But it is also profoundly freeing because it is the first step toward mastery. When you awaken your awareness, you begin to notice possibilities where others see obstacles. You start to recognize the opportunities hidden in challenges, the lessons hidden in setbacks, and the power hidden in your own mind. You start to see that the circumstances around you are not your final destiny. They are merely the canvas upon which your limitless mind can paint. Awareness awakens creativity. Awareness awakens courage. Awareness awakens action. It teaches you to observe, reflect, and then choose. Choose thoughts that elevate you. Choose words that empower you. Choose actions that align with the life you were born to live. So today, I challenge you to awaken your awareness. Open your eyes to the power of your own mind. Pay attention to the patterns, the stories, and the messages that have shaped you. Examine them, question them, and be willing to release the ones that no longer serve you. Because the moment you awaken your awareness, you step into a new reality, a reality where your mind is no longer limited, a reality where your potential is no longer confined, a reality where you begin to live the life that God, destiny, and purpose intended for you. Your mind is not meant to be small. Your dreams are not meant to be modest, and your life is not meant to be ordinary. Awaken your awareness, and you awaken the limitless power within you. Feed your mind. Hear me clearly, because this is where the battle is won or lost. You cannot rise above the level of what you allow into your mind. You cannot think thoughts that you have never encountered. You cannot imagine what you have never seen. And yet, so many people live in mental poverty, filling their heads with negativity, gossip, doubts, and fears. They wonder why their lives are small, why their dreams seem distant, why every opportunity slips through their fingers, but they fail to see that the food they feed their mind dictates the size of their vision. If you want a limitless mind, you must feed it with things that expand, inspire, and empower. Your mind is like a garden, and in that garden, whatever you plant will grow. If you plant seeds of fear, scarcity, and doubt, that is exactly what you will harvest. But if you plant seeds of knowledge, wisdom, and faith, then your life will bear fruit beyond measure. You must be intentional about what you consume. Books that uplift, podcasts that teach, conversations that challenge you to grow. These are the nutrients your mind needs. If your ears are always listening to complaints, your eyes always watching destruction, and your mouth always speaking limitations, then you are starving your mind of the very fuel it needs to become extraordinary. Feeding your mind is not passive, it is active. It requires discipline, vigilance, and courage. You must choose to seek out ideas that stretch you, that push the boundaries of what you think is possible. You must choose mentors, teachers, and influences that raise your thinking instead of dulling it. You must surround yourself with those who dream big, who act boldly, who refuse to accept mediocrity, because the mind cannot rise above its environment. If you want to be limitless, you have to feed your mind with the limitless, and don't be fooled. This is not about simple entertainment. This is about transformation. Every thought you allow into your mind shapes the actions you take, the choices you make, and the life you live. What you watch, what you listen to, what you read, and what you meditate on daily. These are the architects of your reality. If your mind is full of doubt, you will act in fear. If your mind is full of excuses, you will settle for less. But if your mind is full of possibility, you will move mountains. If your mind is nourished with faith, courage, and vision, no obstacle can stop you. You see, feeding your mind is an act of self-respect. It is saying to the world, I refuse to be small. I refuse to be limited. I refuse to be trapped by ignorance or fear. It is choosing to invest in yourself, to prioritize your growth, to build a mental fortress that no negativity can penetrate. Every hour, every minute, every thought counts. The small choices you make daily, what you read, what you listen to, what you allow into your consciousness, compound over time to create the life you live. Feed your mind with what empowers you, and your life will reflect it. Starve it of negativity, and you will remain trapped in a cycle of limitation. So today, I tell you, be intentional. Choose what you allow to shape your thinking. Choose to consume greatness, wisdom, and insight. Seek knowledge relentlessly. Surround yourself with brilliance and distance yourself from mediocrity. Let every thought be a stepping stone to a mind that knows no boundaries. Because the mind, when properly fed, becomes unstoppable. It becomes visionary. It becomes limitless. And when you feed your mind with what is worthy, the life you were born to live will begin to manifest in ways you never thought possible. Your mind is a temple. Your thoughts are the offerings, and the life you dream of is the harvest waiting to be reaped. Feed it well and watch your world transform. Eliminate those limiting beliefs that have been chaining your mind, that have been whispering lies in your ear for far too long. So many people walk around carrying invisible weights, heavy burdens that they think are theirs to bear, but they are only the false beliefs they have accepted as truth. They tell themselves, I can't do this. I'm not capable. I'm not smart enough. I don't have what it takes. And because they believe it, their world shrinks, their dreams fade, and their potential goes untapped. But I am here to tell you today, the chains that bind you exist only in your mind. They are not reality. They are limitations you have chosen to accept, and you have the power to break them. Beliefs are powerful. They shape the way you see yourself, the way you interact with the world, and the results you achieve. If you believe that failure is final, you will never take the risks necessary to grow. If you believe that success is reserved for someone else, You will unconsciously sabotage your own progress. But if you believe in your ability to learn, to adapt, to overcome, to rise above every obstacle, then no force on this earth can hold you back. Your beliefs are not just thoughts, they are the blueprint for your life. And if your blueprint is flawed, your life will be constrained. The first step in eliminating limiting beliefs is to recognize them. Awareness is the doorway to freedom. Listen closely to the voice inside your head. What is it saying when you face a challenge? What story does it tell when you dream big? Many of these beliefs are so deeply ingrained, you don't even realize they are there. They were planted by experiences, by words spoken over you, by cultural norms, or by the failures of the past. But now is the time to shine a light on them, name them, confront them. Understand that they are not facts. They are opinions you have chosen to accept, and opinions can be changed. Once you identify these limiting beliefs, you must replace them with truths that empower you. Speak over yourself the words of possibility, of courage, of faith. Tell yourself, I am capable. I am worthy. I can rise above this. My past does not define me. Affirmations alone will not change your life, but they are the first step in rewiring your mind. When you consistently reinforce these empowering beliefs, you start to see opportunities where once you saw only obstacles, you start to move with confidence instead of hesitation. You start to create momentum where once there was stagnation. Eliminating limiting beliefs also requires action. You must challenge the lies through experience. If you believe you cannot speak in public, stand up and speak. If you believe you are not capable of achieving financial success, take a step toward it every single day. Action is the ultimate proof that your mind can be bigger than your fears. Every small victory chips away at the wall that has been holding you back. And with time, persistence, and courage, those walls crumble completely. Your mind is powerful, but it is only as free as the beliefs you hold. Free your mind from lies, and you unleash a reservoir of potential you may have never known existed. When you eliminate limiting beliefs, you no longer have to settle for less. You no longer have to shrink yourself to fit the expectations of others, and you no longer have to live in the shadow of doubt. Your mind can expand, your vision can grow, and your life can become a testament to what happens when a person refuses to accept limitation. You were never meant to be small. You were never meant to live in fear. Your mind is limitless, but you must first remove the shackles, cast out the doubts, and declare to the world and to yourself that nothing is stronger than the belief you have in your own possibility. Master your focus. Let me tell you something. The world is full of noise, distractions, and things designed to pull you away from your destiny. Social media, endless notifications, the opinions of others, the temptations that promise pleasure but deliver nothing. These are not coincidences. They are traps. They are chains meant to scatter your energy, to diffuse your attention, and to keep you small. If you want a limitless mind, you must take control of where you place your focus. Because where your attention goes, your energy flows. Where your energy flows, your life grows. Master your focus and you master your destiny. A limitless mind is not scattered. It is disciplined. It knows what matters and what does not. It is not easily swayed by fear or doubt. It does not wander aimlessly in the currents of life, allowing circumstance and chaos to dictate its direction. Mastering focus requires clarity. You must know what your goals are, what your priorities are, and what you are willing to fight for. Without clarity, you will drift. You will be tossed to and fro by every passing trend, every tempting distraction, every criticism that comes your way. But when you are clear, when your mind is aligned with purpose, then focus becomes your superpower. Focus requires sacrifice. It means saying no to what does not serve your vision. It means cutting out the noise, the gossip, the negative influences, the habits that drain your energy. It means turning away from instant gratification and embracing the long-term rewards that come from consistent effort. There will be voices that say, why do you deny yourself? Why do you refuse to join the crowd? Why do you spend so much time working on yourself? But let me tell you something. Focus is the cost of greatness. The ability to channel your mind, to direct your energy, And to commit your attention to what matters most separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. When you master your focus, you also master your mind. Your thoughts become sharp. Your decisions become clear. Your actions become deliberate. You no longer wander aimlessly through life hoping that success will stumble upon you. You move with intention. You act with purpose. You see obstacles as tests, distractions as challenges to overcome, and setbacks as opportunities to double down on what truly matters. Focus gives you resilience because it creates a mental clarity that fear and doubt cannot penetrate. When your mind is disciplined, when your focus is unwavering, nothing can derail your progress. Focus is also about alignment. It is about understanding that every choice, every action, every thought must be in harmony with the life you are trying to create. You cannot invest your energy in things that dilute your power. You cannot let your attention wander toward trivialities while your destiny waits. The world will scream for your attention, and it is up to you to decide what you allow in. The eyes, the ears, and the heart must be trained to capture what is essential and reject what is irrelevant. This is the art of mastery. This is the secret of the limitless mind. So I challenge you to focus like never before, to take control of your attention, to guard it fiercely, and to use it intentionally. Do not let your mind be a scattered battlefield. Make it a fortress, a laboratory, a place of creation and vision. Because when you master your focus, you unlock an unstoppable force inside of you. You become a person who can move mountains, who can achieve what others say is impossible, who can take chaos and transform it into opportunity. Your mind is limitless, but it requires discipline, it requires clarity, and it requires the courage to focus like your life depends on it, because it does. When you master your focus, you master your life. Take bold action. Listen to me, because this is the bridge between thought and reality. You can have a mind full of ideas, dreams, and plans, but if you never act, nothing changes. You can read every book, attend every seminar, and fill your head with wisdom, but it is only in action that greatness is born. Bold action is the fire that transforms potential into power, that turns vision into victory, that moves you from dreaming about a life to actually living it. Without action, your mind may be limitless, but your life will remain limited. Bold action begins with courage. It begins with the willingness to step into the unknown, to take risks, and to defy the voice inside that says, you can't. Every breakthrough, every innovation, every achievement in history started with someone daring to act when everyone else hesitated. Bold action is not reckless. It is calculated, it is intentional, and it is fueled by belief. It is the courage to move forward even when the path is unclear, even when the outcome is uncertain, even when fear is whispering in your ear that failure is inevitable. Bold action is the language of those who refuse to be ordinary. When you take bold action, you learn things you could never learn by thinking alone. The mind is powerful, yes, but experience is transformative. Every step you take toward your goal teaches you, molds you, and stretches your abilities. You discover strengths you didn't know you had. You uncover opportunities that were invisible until you moved. And even when mistakes happen, and they will, each misstep is a lesson, a guide, a building block toward your eventual success. Bold action is a commitment to learning by doing, to testing the boundaries of your potential, and to refusing to let fear dictate your life. Bold action also inspires others. When you move decisively, when you act with purpose, people notice. They see that you are not bound by hesitation, that you are not trapped by doubt, and that you are willing to stake your life on your vision. Your courage becomes contagious. Your actions create momentum, not just for yourself, but for those around you. Every bold choice you make sends a message that it is possible to break free, to rise above limitations, and to live a life unconfined by fear. The world is waiting for people like you, people willing to act boldly, people willing to take risks and show others that limitless thinking must be matched with fearless doing. Bold action requires persistence. It is not a one-time event. It is a lifestyle. You will face resistance, setbacks, and moments when giving up feels easier than pressing on. But a limitless mind paired with bold action does not quit. It refuses to stop, it refuses to settle, and it refuses to accept anything less than what it knows it can achieve. Every step, no matter how small, compounds into progress. Every decision to act, even when uncertain, compounds into momentum. And when you combine relentless focus, empowered thinking, and consistent action, you create a life that reflects the power of a limitless mind. So I challenge you today, move. Take the steps that scare you. Speak the words that feel impossible. Start the project you've been putting off. Make the call, send the message, take the risk. Bold action is the final piece of the puzzle. It is the ignition, the catalyst, the proving ground where a limitless mind becomes a life of achievement, influence, and purpose. Do not let hesitation rob you of your destiny. Do not let fear paralyze your potential. Step forward, act decisively, and let your courage blaze a trail that proves your mind is not limited. It is unstoppable, unshakable, and unmatched. Take bold action and watch the impossible become your reality. And now, I want you to hear me clearly. This is the moment where everything changes. You have awakened your awareness. You have fed your mind with the fuel of greatness. You have cast off the chains of limiting beliefs. You have mastered your focus. And now it is time to take bold action. But hear me, knowledge without action is wasted. Vision without movement is dead. Potential without execution is meaningless. You are not created to stay small. You were not made to settle. You were not designed to watch life pass you by. You were created for more. Your mind is limitless, and the world is waiting for what only you can give. There are doors that will only open because you have the courage to knock. There are mountains that will only move because you refuse to stop pushing. There are destinies that will only be fulfilled because you chose to act when others hesitated. So go now, step into the power of your mind. Speak the words, take the steps, live the life you were born to live. Do not shrink, do not doubt, do not delay. The time is now. The world needs your greatness. And I tell you, when you unleash your mind, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, that can stop you.